July, folks. July 14th. Another Tuesday. Sunny, cloudy, having funny weather. Trust everybody's fine. Thanks for coming back. If you're returning, and a short one today. And as always, I'll put some links in the description below. I see that the rumor is that the U.S.-Canadian border will remain closed until at least August 21st, another 30 days. And due to the fact that the U.S. is having such wild outbreaks in Florida, down California, Texas. And I have a question about that. And there's a question nobody seems to ask. Why is the U.S. having such massive outbreaks and we're not here? See, we're sort of separated by the 49th parallel. Does that have magical powers to keep this virus out of Canada? It's interesting, because we have truckers and central people going back and forth, back and forth. If it was so crazy, why is the States having such a massive outbreak and we're not? See, I don't know what the answer to is. Maybe you have an answer to that. I have a nephew who was on Essential trucking back and forth and has decided he's not doing that anymore. It's too crazy down there. And not with just the virus, but with the whole political thing that's going on. So in these couple of links that I'm going to put in, it's worth a watch. And I know, most people don't believe what's happening. Most people don't believe what's happening in the U.S. And they figure it's just too far-fetched. It's too far-fetched. And I can see if all one does is, like I've said before, you wake up and go to bed with CNN or NBC or CTV or CBC, you're not getting the full story. And we've been led to expect that's where you go for your full story. But we don't get it there. And there's going to be a link. There'll be George Webb, Harry the Greek, and John Logan in a discussion. And it's long, but it's full of intriguing things. George Webb is the author of 01 Minutes to Midnight. And that's available on Amazon. I think I've read the book. He's updated it. If you buy it, you get the free updates. And he's an investigative journalist, been working on this for really seriously in the last 4 years. Harry the Greek is another investigative journalist who's been working on this forever. And John Logan's dad was Kennedy's man in the CIA. And so this goes, there's just a whole lot of things coming together. And the information they talk about, you can pull this off of the UN site, off of the Rockefeller site, they don't hide this anymore. As George says, people think the UN, NATO, and the WHO are separate entities. They're not. They're all connected. And I don't know. It's I'll put the link that TRex had on, and it was interesting because he does things out of his car and does videos out of his car. Ex-military guy, lives in the central U.S. And he was talking about this fellow who got a message from God to build a boat, and build a 550-foot boat. X number of feet wide, X number of feet stories high. Use this kind of wood, this kind of tar, this kind of sealant, and he decided to follow the suggestion, and he built a boat. And he said, what would have happened if this guy wouldn't have built that boat? And it's an interesting sort of scenario that TRex uses. And that's like this information right now. There's video clips down in the section, in the description section. If you don't watch them, it's like not building that boat. I mean, that's how crazy it is right now. And I know most people don't believe it. They just carrying on. And but for those of you who want to take a serious look and maybe just think outside the box, stand back and look at the planet and look at it in a different way. Not what you've been fed by CNN and CBC, not what you've been sort of schooled in at school and poured in your ear, but educate yourself, and if you have a mind to, and see what's happening. I guess that's about all for now. I'm going to put those links in, and I'm on BitChute as well, because a lot of things get censored, and we're on Parler, and we're on Twitter, and on strangersandpoetry.wordpress.com, and several ways you can find me, and if you have a mind to, if we get lost off of one or the other. Anyway, take care. Here's to a wild day in a positive sense, and we'll see you tomorrow.